Okay, good morning. I have been fasting now for 36 hours. Part of that has been the dry fast. Dry fast is typically about 24 hours, and I realized that I went ahead and took my numbers, and I didn't jump on here, so I'm just gonna revisit them. So my blood sugar is still at 74, and you might think, oh, hey, that's really good. Unfortunately, 74 blood sugar for somebody like myself after 36 hours of fasting, I am typically down in the low 60s, maybe even the high 50s. So what that means for me is a true tell of the foods that I consumed in these last couple days in Morocco were definitely ones that don't serve me. So for me, I had mentioned earlier that I was glutenized. The only other things that I indulged in there that were out of the norm were I ate a lot of dates, because that's very customary to have dates. It's also customary to have fruit. So every day in our room, they would put apples, oranges, and bananas. Now, I'm not really a big apple fan anymore. I do love a good banana. One of the other things that they enjoy there is honey. Again, I can't even tell you the last time I had a spoonful of just honey. So obviously having that is going to have an effect on my body. So why am I telling you all of this? I'm telling you this because if I'm somebody who just indulged in having something that doesn't serve me, meaning it gave me an inflammatory effect, it made me bloated, I couldn't fit my jeans from Friday until Monday, and I only did a cooking class one day on the Sunday. I can only tell you that if I was to have this on a regular basis, not only would I not be able to keep my sugars down, I wouldn't be able to stay in ketosis and have that great way to utilize ketones for fuel rather than sugar. I would indeed be a consistent sugar burner. So when you're looking at the foods that you're consuming on a regular basis, I want you to recognize that you might be ingesting these foods and thinking that they taste great and you don't really have any symptoms, but your symptoms is weight gain. Plain and simple. Your symptoms are the weight gain. So you need to think about, if I'm ingesting these foods and yeah, I'm having a great bowel movement, that doesn't all of a sudden go, oh yeah, you're not intolerant to that. Okay, I want you to be clear and concise when picking your foods. I want you to think about good proteins and good fats, because those two things help you get into ketosis. So again, when you're looking at foods that serve you, it's not just about, is that giving me a sore throat? Is that giving me a cough or a sneeze? It's also about the bloat. It's also about the inflammation. It's also about your overall feel. Now, I can tell you honestly that normally when I start getting into ketosis, I have a whack of energy. But when I have gluten or dairy, I'm out. Like I have a hard time pulling myself together. So it's like 8:30. I went to bed really early last night and I still feel like I'm tired. And so that's the effects of the gluten on me. That's also the effects of letting my sugar go super high, which I didn't even bother testing this weekend, because why? Why would I waste my strips on that? I already know the answer. And the other thing is that I'm only 1.2. That looks like a 5, but that's actually 1.2 in ketosis, which normally by this time I would be up in my 2s. So I'm still happy I'm in ketosis. I'm still grateful that I'm in ketosis. But again, go back to the original reason why I'm sharing this with you, is that the effects of the foods that you're consuming is causing your weight gain. When your body doesn't know how to metabolize it, it stores it as fat. That's just the way it is. All right, that's me, mariehayden.com, and I hope you keep following along and learning tips and tricks, and we'll talk soon.